My name's Cameron Johnson. I am 26 years old from Roanoke, Virginia. I started 12 internet companies growing up, and I currently run a Ford dealership in Roanoke, Virginia. My first business was when I was 9 years old. I started selling printing greeting cards, and I started selling greeting cards and stationery, and I sold them on the internet. And then from there, I started selling Beanie Babies over the internet when I was 12, and that was probably my first really legitimate business because that year I made $50,000 selling Beanie Babies when I was 12. When I was involved with Oprah's primetime show on ABC, The Big Give, it was all about charity. And I think one of my biggest accomplishments was some of the money I was able to raise for people in need. So one of those stories was I was introduced to a family the husband had been given 6 months to live. He had 3 daughters, ages 6, 8, and 9. His wife was 31. She'd already beaten breast cancer. He now has advanced Hodgkin lymphoma, and he has 6 months to live. And his biggest fear is he's going to pass away, there's going to be no income, they're going to lose their house because they can't pay the mortgage. So my job is to pay off the mortgage in 48 hours, and I can't use any of my contacts, and I have to raise $210,000, and I can't use Oprah's name. So I was able to do it. I was able to pay off the mortgage. I got a hold of the CEO of the mortgage company. I negotiated the mortgage down 75 grand, so I had to raise that much less. And then I raised enough to pay off the balance, and I also raised enough to set up a college fund for his 3 daughters. And when I gave him this letter saying his mortgage had been paid off, I mean, that was as big of an accomplishment for me personally as selling a company for 6 or 7 figures. Never take no for an answer. No is when you start selling. So when the customer says no to $1 for a tomato, that's when you start selling them on the reasons why. Well, this is homegrown, it's from 45 miles away. You can start selling the benefits, not the features, but the benefits. And that was probably the best piece of advice because that translates to anything. It translates if you're going for a job, translates if you're going to, apply to get into college. When someone says no, that's when you start selling. Put yourself out there. I always hear, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough connections, education, whatever. They always have excuses. You just got to put yourself out there. I mean, I started when I was naive, and that probably helped me more than anything. When I was young, I didn't know any better. And one, I didn't take no for an answer, and I didn't get discouraged. And so I think that helped me be a successful entrepreneur, but I was always putting myself out there. I was never afraid of what may happen, and I didn't know any better. And that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Growing up, my parents always wanted me to get experience working for someone else. So even when my internet companies were making me, a decent amount of money, I worked for my uncle's furniture store, moving and selling furniture. I've worked in a number of different roles, internships. I've worked consulting. I love working with other people, and it's, I'm not the entrepreneur type that says I can't work for someone else and I don't want a 9 to 5. I am the type that says I don't want a 9 to 5 because I don't want my job to end at 5 because I love it so much and I want it to keep going and I don't want to carry over what I can do today until tomorrow. I'm able to surround myself with the people that I like and care about, and I can build successful things because I'm really passionate about them.